Yeah. Hello guys, how are you? So in the last video, I think last video we have learned how to integrate the Fire Razorpay in our Bubble app, and we in that video we learned like how we can integrate the one-time payment basically. So one of the subscriber commented out on that video. Okay, he is having a problem with the subscription. So I thought ki, and I was also thinking ki, let's create a one video for the subscription payment. And after like 2 3 days, I finally able to do it. And in this video, we will learn how to do it. Yeah. So in the same video as the last one, I am not going to library demo, but show you the code directly what I have used because the Razorpay with the Razorpay, there's a lot of issue, and if you just miss a one even syntax, it also gives you error, but not the right error. So these are the and one more thing before starting, you need to have a paid plan. So personal will work. I think they have a multiple. Yeah, they have a personal, professional production. Use anyone. So but you need to have a paid plan. Why? Because in the backend there is a one thing called backend workflow. If you have not checked out my video, you can also check out my video. I think I already create one video. So for that, they will not mention anywhere. In free you can't able to use backend workflow, but you can't because yeah because I was trying with the free one project and I'm not able to do it. So I thought, okay, let's do it. Okay. So this is the let's start. If you have any question or if any of you not able to figure out how exactly I have done something and I am not able to properly explain it, ask it. Ask it is the first thing. You can ask me Twitter. You can ask me in the Twitter section, in the comment section of this video, or if you have any, even the smallest, I am happy to solve your query. So okay, let's start. So first we create that simple block. So we are creating one weekly plan, pay 10, start subscription, and also let me log into the Razor Pay. Yeah. So before starting, this is the subscription tab in the this is the subscription tab, and Razorpay defined a subscription basing any recurring amount, and whoever is watching a video, I think have an understanding of what exactly is a subscription plan. So let me first introduce that too. Subscription plan is any recurring plan. For example, you buy any membership of any brand and it's a monthly payment. Then it is a subscription. So you have to pay subscription. So in that uh, in the Razorpay thing, first you have to create a plan for the subscription. So for the plan creation, you can use an API and all. If you have a if you have dynamic plan creation, but I don't think most of you have a dynamic plan. If anyone have any issue, like there's an API. If you just search Razorpay subscription API, so you will get all the API. You can download the Postman culture also, and just go to that create plan thing. This is a REST API. Simple. I already told you how to like call the REST API and all. So you can directly, or if you don't know, just check out my video of API. How to create an API something. Already created a video. So first create a plan. So I already created a plan. You just need to create a new plan. Fill the plan name, plan description that is shown to the user who will purchase. The billing frequency. What is the billing frequency you want to take? You can choose days, weeks, month, year, recurring thing. But you and the minimum billing frequency is 7 days. So you can't create a subscription plan less than for 7 days. Okay. And now next is billing amount. Any note you want to add, just create plan. That's it. I already created that plan. I plan test daily 7 days plan and 100 rupees. And one thing very good about the Razor Pay subscription is you can also add the upfront amount. That how you do it. So create a subscription, but you don't need to create subscription for here. So every subscription is based attached mapped to the customer. So how overall works? Uh, so you already have a plan, different sort of plan. For example, plan for like monthly plan, yearly plan, weekly plan, anything that fixed plan. And when one user came to subscribe that plan, then you create a subscription. Yeah, right? Yeah. So for that, you need to create a subscription. And how you do it? Let's now go back to the bubble. Okay, this is the view, the simple view. I just created one group, one text is there, that what the amount in the button symbol. When you click over this button, start subscription, we will call the API. What is the API? Create subscription. Let's first check it out. Go to the plugin, API connector, there is a subscription, expand. So same, I already told you in the previous video how you authenticate the Razor Pay API using a HTTP basic auth. That username and password you will get from the setting thing. And now check out the API. So there is a create, that is the URL and it's a post call. And important thing is headers. This is mandatory. Otherwise, you will get an error or unknown error. It will not say the okay header is missing or something. No, it will directly give you an error. So please put that. Except encoding this content type. Okay, how I got to know about this is from the Postman APIs and the body typization. This is the body plan ID. It will be dynamic. In my case, it is not dynamic since I am using only one plan, so it's not dynamic. But in your case, when you have multiple plan, then you need to have a like dynamic plan ID. And how I will get it? You just need to go dashboard, go to the plan, and this is the ID plan underscore H7KP2 whatever. This is the plan ID. Now next is total count. Total count is how many times you want, how many times you want payment. Like for example, if someone subscribes for monthly, like how many times you want, how many times you want that payment, how many month basically you want that payment. So I just put a 10. But in your case, it will be like infinite. So I think it's better to put something 4999 something. And also, if you have any query related to any key, just go to this documentation and read it. So for that total count, we are talking about the number of billing cycle for which the customer should be charged. For example, if a customer buying a 1 year subscription, that should be billed by monthly basis. This would be 6. This supports subscription for a maximum duration of 100 years. The number of billing cycle depends on. Okay. The same is quantity. So how many quantities? For example, if you have created a one plan of 100 rupees and user want to subscribe 6 for a same month, so you just put a quantity 6. But in normal time, it is a 1. Start date of the subscription, end date of the subscription. Customer notify. You want to notify the customer or not? Just toggle it by 01. Same as the bullet. This is the add-ons. Yeah, add-ons is a special thing. Just I talking about. For example, there is a membership. Yeah, yesterday also I was purchasing a health insurance. They have provided add-ons based upon hospital cares you want to add or not. This is the subscription. I have to pay yearly basis. Huh? So in that way, and that is yearly basis. The for year the health basic health insurance plan amount is fixed. For example, consider it 100 rupees, $100, whatever. And these add-ons. For example, if I add a hospital cash, so there is a 50 rupees more for that. So it will add as an add-on and it add in your yearly subscription. So you don't have to manage the multiple plans with by normal health insurance plus hospital care, uh, health insurance plus hospital care plus emergency amount. So you don't have to manage all the things. You just have to create one base plan and is option to add-ons, and based upon add-ons, your amount will charge. So, for example, in my case, since this is the array, you can add multiple add-ons. So, in the item field, you need to provide the name. What is the name? Second is amount, how much you want to charge, the currency, and I put an INR because my account don't accept the international payment yet, and the national offer ID. So if you go into the Razorpay dashboard and check it out this offer, so you can create an offer across the different based upon different parameter. You want to give an offer on the all the subscription, all the payment and all. You can just go create a new offer and based upon your logic, you can. So he is asking, you want to give a discount or cashback? Discount or cashback in the sense that you want to like something 15 rupees credit back to your system or something, or you just want to offer on the subscription. So you can choose based upon your need. I'm not going into further. If you just it's a pretty straightforward. You just and the same offer ID will pick from there. And any notes you want to pass to the Razorpay, and like when you get a subscription detail, you will fetch. So I just put a start date and end date dynamically, and this is how. And when you put a plan ID as a dynamic, always pass that plan ID with the double quotes that I same told you in the last video also. If you don't put, Razorpay will treat as I think as a integer or something, and it will not auto detect like in other APIs. So it will not auto detect and it will give any error. So it will not give you an error something like okay plan ID missing or something. No, it will give you something yeah. But in my case also, I was doing something wrong. Uh, so yeah, so you then start I now come back to the workflow. When someone click on the button subscription, so you need to just call the API. How you will click here to add SM, go to the plugin, just choose the reserve subscription, create subscription. Yeah. If you go to the plugin, you need to make it as an action, use as an action, not a data. So it will appear, otherwise it will not. Subscription just pass the start date and date. I just pass the start date as a 15-minute ahead. After like 15 minutes, it will start and extract uniques and divide. Yeah, one more thing, you have to pass Unix timestamp a 10-digit form, not a 13-digit, because Bumble return you 13-digit with the millisecond, but I think millisecond, yeah, millisecond, but you have to pass till the second, so you have to divide by 100, 1000, and we have formatted it as a complete number, not decimal. So because like in the because this is a long field, so you have to pass the number, not the decimal. It will not accept the decimal. That's why I just format it as a like. If you click over this, now format is check number type, and decimal place is 0 because I don't want decimal. Yeah. Same for the expiry. I just put a random expiry of the 1 year ahead. Depend upon your usage, you can provide. If you are giving a monthly subscription and all, so you can provide like default anything, and it will return a subscription URL. You just have to open it, sort URL, because this will result of this sort URL. Yeah. Now it is okay. Now let's check it out. What exactly we have created. So when you click on the start subscription, it will come to this. So as I already mentioned, 100 rupees is a like upfront amount. So and the recurring amount is 100 rupees that is billed every 7 years. You just have to pay. I will choose a UPI, ICICI Bank, pay. I have to put the, so there is a razor pay. You have to pay 300 rupees now and after like 7 days or whenever the amount 100 rupees will be charged. Okay, and the payment is successful. Great. And yeah, so it is done. And how you will know कि it is done or not? For that you have to go to the backend workflow I have already created. So what you have to do is click here, new API, click on new API endpoint like this. For example, give it any name. In my case, Razorpay testing. Click on this endpoint can be run without authentication, and check it to the detect request data and click on the detect data. So copy this URL, go to the Razorpay dashboard, go to the setting webhook and add the webhook and pass the data. Nothing. You have to select your event. And yeah, one more thing. So now you are thinking, okay, it will be like something. So whenever the recurring payment will happen, how you will get to know? You will get to know through the webhooks. So what exactly the webhooks? So think webhooks as a something as okay. For example, you visit to any shop and you just put like told the shopkeeper, if something will come, just call me. Call on my phone number or something. You will do all the time that too now. Now it is a virtual, yeah, e-commerce thing, but at a usual time, when like 3 4 year back, when you go to the shop and if it is not there, you will ask him, okay, whenever the things will come, just call me. The same thing is happening, just giving a basic URL, basic address. Okay, whenever any event will trigger, just call me on this, just give me that call. So when that happen, you need to now told the events. The funny thing with the razor page, now you are thinking, okay, it will be in the subscription, and it will be as a subscription dot charge when someone will pay, someone when the payment is automatically debited from this account or something. No, no, it will treat as a payment dot captured. Yeah, I already tested multiple times. It is it, but for the like what I figure out, just click because in a subscription event you also need to figure out more things, na? When the subscription is paused, when subscription resume, when activated, subscription pending, subscription halted, subscription charged, subscription cancelled, subscription completed, subscription update. So you need that events for updating your DB and all. So what I do is to click on the payment event, click on the subscription event and create hook. And when you if you go into subscription, oh, sorry. Yeah, subscription. I don't. Yeah, this is what we have just created. Na? So we will just charge it now and charge a success. This is just a testing. And now, after some time, it will take time. So be patient. It will take time, approx 5 minutes, I think so. Yeah. So it will all the data will come here. Now why is not coming? It will come. You just trust me, it will come here. If you have any issue, just let me know. I think I have triggered multiple endpoint. That's why. And yesterday also there is an issue when I was trying. So it will take a time, approx 5 to 6 minutes. Uh, Yeah. So it will something just delete it. So I already created. If you just go, so this is the response you will get it. Sorry. So this is the response you will get it, and yeah, you can figure it out on own what exactly you need to save, what exactly not. I will recommend you to store the amount, this amount, uh, token ID, order ID is also there, order ID, invoice ID. This is the basic thing you should store. Currency, entity, and if I show you, yeah, it is subscription dot charge. It is subscription dot charge, not payment dot charge. Okay, check it out. Either it is a payment dot charge or a subscription dot charge that is there. So it is just take a save, and when you are done that, oh, okay, I just created it. Yeah, yeah, okay. So when you done that, now go to your webhook setting, webhook. Just remove that initialize thing like I did in the user page subs. So just remove this slash and slide. So because at a time you are initializing, once you are initializing, you will not always just click there and detect the data. No, it will done. So service bubble will send it automatically. And now I am sending it back to the subscription reserve subscription in the DB. So if you go to the database DB, app data, there's a lot of payment is there. So this is how you can save it. Or you can save it DB, you can save it in your own backend server. So whatever you want to do, so you want to send an email to the user, payment is received or not, and you can send it. And one email, if you toggle the customer underscore notify in the create subscription API, Result will also send an email to the user. Okay, okay, this person you already made a payment. You can do that too. Yeah, that's it for the subscription Result. If you have any question, you are not able to understand anything, I'm happy to answer all your queries. Thank you very much.